This video is about my beef with Disney. What's going on, guys? Himty here, or Caesar. I made about 3 videos yesterday, and you know what? I deleted all of them because they were garbage. I didn't like them, and if they weren't good enough for me, they're not good enough for YouTube. So I deleted that garbage, got it out of here, smacked it all the way over there. So the point of this video is not to me talk about other videos, but this video is about my beef with Disney. I know what you're thinking, right? If you're a Disney YouTuber and you're watching this, you're like, oh boy, let's see here. What's Tim T's beef with Disney? Well, I'll tell you what my beef with Disney is. It's not really with Disney. All right, so I just let you know right now, it's not really with Disney. It's with a specific I guess ex-employee of Disney, and yeah, it's just it's weird. Like my beef with Disney, it's not really with Disneyland per se, but it did make me hate Disneyland for a couple of years there, which I didn't ever want to go back. But because I think I'm friends with a lot of Disney YouTubers now, I can't really hate Disney anymore. So yeah, it's kind of weird. My beef with Disney, it has to do with an ex-employee, one of the mascot characters. One of the mascot, if you don't know, the mascot characters are usually like a certain height, whatever. If you're a certain height, you can play both Mickey and Minnie. And unfortunately for me, I used to date one of the mascots. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say a lot of things because I don't know if there's legal statutes of non-disclosure agreements. So I'm not gonna say a lot of things, but I'm gonna try to say what I can. Right? She was a mascot. She played Minnie most of the time, and occasionally she'd play Mickey. Okay, so I know a lot of people love Disneyland, but when your significant other is playing a mascot, it's so annoying because they don't shut up about it. They talk about it all day long. They just, like, you can't even go one sentence without them mentioning Disneyland or their job or their other coworkers there. I learned so much about Disneyland. I hated it. Like, I hated it so much. To begin with, I didn't really like Disneyland. And to end with, I really hated it towards the end of that relationship because I was just like, I'm so sick of hearing you talk about it, you know? And to be fair, it wasn't a very good relationship. It was a high school relationship. So that has its things, you know, that is like part of it. So going back to the story, we actually ended up going on a date to Disneyland, which was probably the worst idea I think I've ever done. I've had a few worse ones, but that was one of the worst. When you go on a date with somebody who works at Disneyland, loves Disneyland, knows everything about Disneyland, and works again as two mascots, not just one, two, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, it's the worst experience ever, right? So me, when I go to amusement parks or theme parks, whatever, I like going because you hop on the rides, you have some trashy food, and you buy little novelty items, right? I didn't get to do any of those things. We ended up getting like a big old pizza, shared it with like another couple, and we had to stick with the other couple the whole time because I was a teenager back then. When you're a teenager, you're going on a date, you don't exactly want to have like two other people with you on the date, even if they drove you there, which they did. Thank you to that couple who drove us there. But you didn't have to stick with us, and then the worst part was they didn't want to stick with us either. It was my girlfriend that wanted to keep all of us together as a group and give us a personalized tour of Disneyland. I can tell you we went on less than like 3 rides. Less than 3 rides, and we got there as soon as it opened. Like, how the f do you do that? That's a lot of tour and not a lot of rides, right? That was the worst amusement park experience for me, and that's why I hated Disneyland for such a long time. It was just the worst. And it wasn't even the parks themselves. It wasn't even the people that I thought were kind of uptight and like snooty. No, it was just getting one amazing, I guess. I know some Disney YouTubers will be like, I would have loved to have that experience. I don't, man, I don't. Like when you live it, when you're trying to go on a date, but you end up having to go like on tour with your girlfriend, and your girlfriend's the tourer, the person leading you through the tour. That was the absolute worst thing ever. After that, I didn't want to hear anything about Disneyland. Honestly, I didn't break up with her because of that, but now I think about it, if I could go back, I would have ended it like right there. That was my personal beef with Disney. Just like quick story, I hated it so much because I got a terrible tour on what was supposed to be a nice date to Disneyland because we got in for free. You know, that was the coolest part. We got in for free, but it didn't feel like I got to go to Disneyland. It felt like I was gonna have to write an essay later. It felt like a school field trip. Like that was the worst experience ever. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I can't tell you how annoying it felt just to be on that date. It was the worst thing ever, and that's why I have such a big beef with Disneyland for a while there, until I started YouTube and I started becoming friends with a whole bunch of Disney YouTubers. That's why I hated Disneyland. So Hope you guys like this story. Leave your comments down below if you've ever had a terrible Disney experience. I like to hear them. But anyways, guys, this has been Him T or Caesar. Goodbye, guys.